But the other things that when you ask how can ham add extra extended value, all right, let's say that's the under. I talked about tech debt. I talked about the ability to decom, and everything I've talked about is like, how do we do it well, right? Like, how do we execute well? And I always say nobody cares how well you strategize. They just care. They judge you on your execution. You know what I mean? All right. Here's the part that I think ham will be more strategic tomorrow than today. It's only one reason. You probably thought of it. It's not.
Let me check I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. Come on.
All right. It's the technology sprawl within organizations. Ham people have to do ham well for traditional IT assets to be brought to the table for the technology sprawl. You call it shadow IT, you call it whatever. But let's run through some different industries, David, if we may. So a hospital, how many where non-traditional technology lies? Hospital rooms, everywhere, right? Everywhere is technology. A bank. How about the ability at those ATMs, the tellers? Now you can scan your check at the ATM and it'll upload. Or now a lot of banks have kiosks. You're talking about every industry that you go to has a ham component that's stretching beyond what we think of as traditional ham. And ham needs to see that with a broader lens and say, we have a process, we can help security. And if you do a good job, security is going to, be an ally. And so will finance, because finance and security don't want to have separate processes for every type of equipment. And so but most hospitals I know, the non-traditional IT, the non-traditional technology equipment is not in ham. It is not covered by ham. They say, ham, you get the laptops and you might get the servers. But I'm saying, if we're saying that we're good, we're professional, we know how to execute, we should be able to apply those same processes, that same execution across a broader type of technology. In fact, there's a company I know that's applying this to Peloton bicycles in one of their meeting rooms. There's some that are using it for their Internet of Things, IoT devices. How are you doing this? Because security, finance, they need you. They need you to execute this well. And you get into the risk management, you get into all of that, but there has to be a methodology. Think about, we talked about tech debt, we talked about understanding all the assets in the environment. Think about your IoT, your cameras. You have to know where all those are, or the thermostat in your office, or whatever it is in the Internet of Things. We have to have a grasp on it. And that's just one example. I mean, it goes think about 3 years from now, David, how far we've come the last year, now extrapolate that over the next 3. That's going to be huge in terms of how technology is used and how ham and SAM can add value.
So yeah, basically, if you're not doing ham now, you should really start.
Yes. And it's not a tool. Like the one thing that there's someone in the UK that I have this discussion with about SAM. So in the UK, you all have gone from tool-centric and now come back to a balance of tool and process. This is my view. Us in the US, it's still very tool-centric. People are not understanding the value of doing things in a standardized, mechanical, methodical way. And I think that's coming as these new technology assets are being thrown at the organizations. And now they have to deal with it, I mean, it's going to look crazy in 3 years from now. All the technology. Every company is going to be a technology company.